Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Johnny Blaze and this is Noise Boys Garage. Today I want to introduce to you my 78 Thunderbird. I've had this vehicle since I was about 14 years old, and it's been done in different stages. Normally it's sitting on 24-inch wheels. It is airbagged, and I threw the 13-inch spokes on it. I feel like it gives it a whole different look. I still have the 24s, so here in the future we'll be switching out the wheels from the 13s to the 24s. The 24s I currently have, I've had different 24s for it, and I have to make sure that I get a certain fitment, because without the proper fitment then the wheel just won't tuck up inside the wheel well, and it just doesn't look right. So it's kind of hard finding the right wheel. But the wheels that I have now are some 2-crate wheels. They're a 5-spoke, I'm not sure what they're called, but they look crazy. I mean, they have a huge lip on them. And so what we're doing to this thing is, obviously we're gonna get it painted. It's been painted charcoal gray before. It's been also painted like a light silver, which was almost like the factory color that the car came in. And it's going back to a charcoal gray that I had it once before. It's all obviously gonna be all brand new paint. It's been shaved from the door handles here, the rear view mirror. The roof has been shaved. The back has been shaved. This model is the Diamond Jubilee Edition, so if you know anything about the Thunderbird, they have a big window here in the back. Well, this model came with the vinyl top on it, and it always was closed up. And so when we went ahead and did the metal work to it, it actually, from Ford, they just put a piece of plastic in there, sealed it, and then wrapped over it. So this is actually the metal here. It's all been redone the right way to keep it with the Diamond Jubilee Edition model car. And so, you know, the reason it has different colors is because I've been sanding on it, just making sure that the bodywork is straight. The bodywork was done about 10 years ago. It was painted about 10 years ago. And since then, I've done a few more changes to it. The front bumpers have been shaved. You can't see in the video, but yeah, they've been fully shaved, which I like the front bumper a little bit more than the rear bumper, but it is what it is. So a couple of things that I didn't record was, I took some pictures of wiring up the gauges and stuff like that, and I put an alarm system in it, which was this Marksman I'm about to show you here in a second. About in 2004, I would say. The alarm is still in the car, it still works great. But back then, I had used like, T-taps and like, male spades. So you just, not the Scotch locks, but the actual, basically I call them T-taps, and the locking taps that go on the wires. So what I went ahead and did was I took the alarm back out completely, and every connection or every connector that was in the car all came out. I went ahead and soldered every last wire that was going to the gauges. What I also did was I had like male and female spades going to the gauges for power, ground, sending units, stuff like that. What I did was I eliminated every connector again. I bought a pack of, they're just with connectors with pins on them. So I have everything from like a 2-pin all the way up to like a 9-pin, and I was able to use that and just make connections on every one of the gauges. And then I made an extension piece, and then there's a third piece that actually solders into the car. So at any time I could take the whole dash bezel out, or I could take individual gauges out just by simply unplugging them. So I just wanted to do things right. I wanted to know that this time around I'm a little bit older, and I do things differently nowadays. So I want to make sure that everything behind the dash is solid. I do plan on replacing the dash in the future. I want to build a custom dash from scratch. I know that if I was to install like a factory dash off a different vehicle, I think that'd be pretty cool too. So I don't know, we'll see what we can do with that. I want to do something very simple, clean looking, and obviously incorporate a few tablets in it. The dash that I built in the car right now, which I'm going to show you, actually has 2 tablets in it. I've got a iPad Mini 6, and then I've got a iPad Air. The iPad Air has wireless connection, so you know it's got a SIM card in it, and you know it gets data, it gets internet, and all that good stuff. So I can pass that over to the other iPad Mini 6, and then I can have full function of both iPads in the vehicle. So in doing so, in taking the alarm out, what I went ahead and did was I just cleaned it up a little bit. See, this is what I was talking about, the connectors that I had on there before. So all these connectors are going to get cut off here once I get it back into the car. That's what I plan on doing here today. All the connectors will be cut off and then soldered into the car. And then I've got a relay pack over here for a couple other things. I know that I had like dome light, I have the door poppers, and a couple other things. I know I got the trunk pop in the back. And so let me go ahead and show you the inside real quick, and now I can get started on this thing. So right now, this is the dash bezel, or the dash bezel and the dash top cover piece right now. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap that top piece myself. And then my son's gonna do some stitching on the dash piece here. There's a couple, I don't know if you can see it or not. There's a couple like little waves here. We've already looked at those. And so we're gonna make sure that everything's super straight all the way across. We'll do a little bit of stitch work on the dash and keep it clean. And then right here you can see there's the iPad Air. I don't know if the battery, if it's dead or not, yeah. And so I'm working on the gauges there. That's gonna hold 7 gauges up on top, and then down here on the bottom, that's gonna hold the iPad Mini 6. So we're gonna go ahead and change the whole color of the dash itself. This dash piece, the old dash bezel, is gonna be changed. The steering wheel will be changed. It'll have all new gauges in it. They're all digital gauges as well. This is obviously going to be changed colors, so basically everything's going to be done in what's called like a wine color. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is take the dash out and take this bezel out, get the alarm installed, make sure everything's working, get the door popper working, get the passenger side door popper working, and just making sure everything works. And then that way I can basically mount the alarm system behind the dash and just make sure everything is tightened up the way that it should be. And then I can be done with anything, any wires or any connections behind the dash.